Hey class, we are going to do our exit ticket corrections from yesterday's exit ticket. This is problem 1, this is problem 2. So we are going to factor. We're going to begin with problem 1. Remember, we are factoring. What does that mean? Remember, factoring just means that you're going to take these numbers and in the end, you're going to have it like this, where you have a number on the outside of the parentheses, the numbers inside, and some kind of operator in the center. It's just like reverse distributive property. So let's get started. Our first step in factoring is we first find the greatest common factor. The abbreviation for that is GCF. Please remember, a common factor is just a number that evenly divides into both of those, okay? So for 38 and 14, the greatest common factor is 2. That's the highest number that evenly divides into both. So you put your greatest common factor on the outside of the parentheses. So you can set up if you want, then you know you're gonna have a number there, and an operator. Here, your operator is actually gonna be a plus sign because you have all positive numbers. So there's gonna be no negative numbers involved here. Now, we think about it the same way we think about distributive property. How did you get from 2 to 38? What did you have to multiply? 19. 2 times 19 is 38. Okay, now, how do you get from 2 to 14? Times 7. Also, remember your C, so 2 times 7C. Another way of thinking about it, you could also look at it like 38 divided by 2 is 19, 14 divided by 2 is 7, and you keep your C. Now we look to make sure we had our correct greatest common factor. Are there any common factors between 19 and 7 besides 1? No. So you are finished. 2 times 19 plus 7C is your factored answer. Now, moving to the next problem, we have negative numbers. This doesn't add too many extra steps. You just got to think a little bit. If it helps you, go ahead and draw out your reminders right here. Remember, positives with positives, or negatives with negatives make a positive. Positive with positive makes positive. Negative with a positive makes a negative. Okay, and that is with multiplying and dividing. So here we were doing factoring, so we know we're going to be thinking about it in a multiplication sense. So here I have this set up. I know I'm going to have a number on the outside, 2 numbers here, and some kind of, operator, so a plus or a minus. So let's think about this. The greatest common factor between 36 and 14. It's 2. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting my 2 on the outside. If you're thinking, but Miss Goodman, is it a negative 2? I don't know. Just start with a positive and we'll see what happens. Now, how did you get from 2 to negative 36? Or you could think about it, what's negative 36 divided by 2? It's 18, but it's negative 18. How so? Well, because negative with a positive makes a negative, and your eventual answer will be negative 36. So 2 times positive 18 will make negative 36. Okay? Next, how did you get from 2 to negative 14? Remember, this negative sign is the same as a minus sign, so 2 times minus 14, 2 times negative 14, it's the same. That would be negative 7C, because 2 times negative 7 gives you negative 14, and you keep your C. All right, now you look to make sure that you were right, that 2 was actually the greatest common factor, and the way you test it is by looking to see if both of these numbers have any common factors besides 1. And they don't. So that is your answer. 2 times negative 18 minus 7C. If you want to test your work, just like always, you just distribute. 2 times negative 18 is negative 36. 2 times negative 7C is negative 14C. Does it match? Yes, it does. We didn't do that for the top, so if you want to see that as well, let's make sure. 2 times 19 is 38. 2 times 17, or 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 7 is 14. You keep the C. And it matches. All right, good luck. I hope that helps you out.